chat, you can say guest. Message sent to you.
Okay, we'll be moving. At least we can move. So I cite you, AY. Thanks for coming. Um, I cite you, my my powerful leader in the house, Oba Prince. I cite you. Welcome, sir. That's my powerful leader in the house. Okay, let's move in. Let me just share my screen and let me also make these online so that people on my social page can also take advantage of these presentation. Just a minute. We are almost in. Okay, it's 10 minutes after 5 already, so we move. Okay, my name is Prince Sally, and I'm calling in this meeting for us to understand the usage of the parameters in uTrading, so that at least we can trade perfectly well, making use of all these parameters. And note, this meeting is not just to hype or to bring up a way of trading. So this meeting is not just to come ahead and give you a certain way of trading, because there isn't anything certain when it comes to trading. I mean, you just don't trade in just one kind of settings. You need to understand. You need to understand how it works, and at the same time, you need to understand what you are doing. 10 people can do 10 different things when it comes to trading crypto, and you all have your own results. I don't know why my Wi-Fi is not connecting. I just opened the service is okay. I hope the service is okay. My Wi-Fi is not connecting, and I don't know why. Okay. Like I was saying, uTrading is all about, or crypto trading is all about you understanding what you're doing. Is not really about you mimicking anyone, and that is why we are here. We are here to teach ourselves how to make use of these robots wonderfully well. So my name is Mr. Kasali once again, and I think my screen is live right now. Want to hear the voice of my leaders in the house, and I think I have. I can see my powerful leaders in the house. Wow, I'm seeing my leaders in the house. I think I first of all cited Oba Prince. Oba Prince, please, Oba, my powerful leader, please let me hear your voice. Just unmute yourself and say hello to the house. Hello, sir.
Yo, my powerful leader, good evening. I hope I'm audible. Thank
Yes,
you, Lord, my powerful leader, for giving me
on my side, but I don't know if
great opportunity to say hi to the great leaders of the house. Am I clear and audible right now?
Yes, I can hear you, but it seems breaking. But I don't know if that is from me or from your side. But at least we can hear you.
Okay. Hi, everyone in the house. It's a great privilege for giving me this honor. I just want to say hi to everyone in the call. It's a great opportunity. I want us to be consistent with this training whenever the opportunity comes up. But this is something that can give you both times and financial freedom in life. And I wouldn't want us to trivialize it. He's actually coming up to teach us It's not as if maybe we are getting paid for it. So I see no reason why, if we have this kind of great opportunity and we can't hold it tight, it will be very unfortunate. Honestly, a lot of people, like, for you to get this kind of opportunity, you have to pay for it. But our great leader in the house is actually giving it to us free. So, in fact, I appreciate so much. It's not just a leader, but somebody that is that I the right adjective to use in qualifying him. So, my powerful leader, the mic is over to you. You can continue.
Thank
Thank
you. Thank
you
you
for
very, very
giving me
much.
recognition.
Thank you very, very much. That is Oba Prince. Wow. Oba that get Prince with it, you know. That's awesome. Okay, I cite you, the most powerful lady in the house right now, Lady Whippersman, my cash queen. I would love to hear your voice, at least to ginger this my spirit in order to run this presentation this evening. Please, ma.
Hi, Prince Kasari, how you doing?
I'm great, man. Knowing
Okay,
that you are there behind me makes me great.
I like that. Thank you for taking your time to always host this Zoom so that every one person in uTrading can understand the back end of the business. It's not just about getting started. It's also entails every one of us to understand the business so that it should be in our fingertips. Very, very easy to navigate, very, very easy to manipulate the bots and print good money no matter the market direction. I hope I'm audible.
Very, very.
Aha. So that we can manipulate the market and print money. The cocoa, guys, is about making money. So if you don't understand the back end, making money sometimes may be slow, may find it a bit tiring. Okay, that is because we've not actually learned how to manipulate the bot and use the strategies. So I want to appreciate every one of us on the call tonight for taking our time. I know we are very, very busy with every other thing around us or surrounding us. Okay, but making that time to be on this call tonight, I appreciate you guys. We are going to make so much money. So much money. Yes, the market is down at the moment, but that is the market trend. It is up and down. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up. It's like a wave. Okay, now that shape of the wave is down, and we are taking another leg up any moment from now, and it's going to be like boom, money left, right, and center. So I want to thank you all for joining this call. Know that you are in the right business at the right time, a legit one at that. No cost looking for something else to do when we have a system, a platform such as this. Please, Yemi Kasami, thank you for the time to
You're
talk.
welcome, ma.
That's
Yes, ma'am.
call. I appreciate you. Oh, let's make money. That is just the cocoa. Thank you. The mic is all yours.
Yeah, let's make money. That's the cocoa. The cocoa is money. I love that. And to Oba, I truly salute my real Oba. Okay. And let's move on. The most important thing is to learn crypto in order to earn crypto. I keep saying this. You have to learn to earn. But the privilege we are having here is different from what the colonial masters brought in, where you have to, guide you for about 6 to 18 years before you can start making the money. In the colonial system, you have to at least go through learning for a long time before you start earning. So, but nowadays, you just need to, to learn while you earn. So we are making the money, fine, but let's learn to make sure we increase our money. And note, this training is all about uTrading, and it's all about we trying to understand the parameters very well. So where are we going today? We've talked about it. We'll be talking about the robots, the manual robots, because when it comes to the automated robots, you don't even need anything. Just put it in, let it trade for you at its own pace, with his own discretion and with his own settings. Okay, so here we'll still keep talking about the DCA, and we'll talk about the parameters. So what are we talking about today? Let me just quickly pick my pen. The pen on the Zoom, it's unfortunate I don't even know how to use it. God. The last time I used it, I need to shut down the Zoom before I can take it off. Okay, don't mind me. Now, today we're talking about the last meeting. We talked about the directions. We talked about long, short, auto edging, and auto single. And I said at this time, I'll prefer we trade long and auto single. And I said, I indicated the reason why I feel that is what we can be trading at this time. Auto single is the button that helps us to pick trade by itself. All we just need to do at auto single is to choose the coin we want and allow the system, the robot, to choose when to trade that coin and where to trade the coin. What I mean when, it chooses when it feels there is a signal that goes up, or when there is a signal that goes down, in terms of when there is a signal for long and when there is a signal for short. And this is awesome. It has been very, very awesome. But there's always going to be a time when our market would always go against technical analysis. And I told you, this is not like, oh, robot knows it all. This is about programming. This is about you putting something in the robot and the robot functions along with that thing. And I said, I suspected, and which I have no other I can't reason any other thing than to come to a conclusion that this is running on some indicators. Indicators, when we mean indicators in the crypto, in technical analysis, we mean a kind of event that happens, and there is a graph that indicates that this event is about to happen again. And so when we are using indicators, we try and blend two or three indicators together to give us a proper direction. So when the three light shows that yes, they correspond, we move. And despite that, I keep warning everyone that these are indicators based on technical analysis, and still technical analysis will always at least have its own other way around. That means it doesn't always go on 100%. And that is why our safety way of trading is important. And that is why you need to trade safe. Then we talk about long. Yes, long is also something we can run permanently well in this era where we are expecting bull run. So, and when we are talking about long, that simply means it buys whenever the prices goes up to our percentage itself, and it instantly buys again when we're on cycle. When we're on cycle, all we are talking about is cycle now. So it buys again, it sells, it buys again, it sells, it buys again, and that is awesome. But the only thing is, at this particular long, you are expected to get to a climax, and you're expecting the coin to drop back again, and it might take another time, probably a week, 2 days, 1 month, and if you're not careful, it might take up to 2 months, depending on the coin you're choosing. And when it goes that very, very up, it leaves you at the top for that moment, and it comes down and it keeps playing. So no matter what you're doing in crypto, you should understand that it will not always favor you. But the only thing is, you know that we are in an uptrend and it will still come back there. But the only way to try and avoid this, leaving you at the long, I call it a trap. You buy here, you sell here and buy again. You sell here and you sell here and buy again. You sell here and buy again. Before you know it, it will get to this peak and it will come down. And instead of it to go back up, it will be playing in between, and this might take a very long time. So before it comes back here again. So what do? You try and replenish your coin such that it goes down again, and this coin, whenever it comes to this direction, it sells and you keep playing back again. And that is where, if you notice our trading at the beginning, I don't know, those who are watching me, before we have auto single in the system, because this robots, the owners, the initiators are awesome. They are always updating and upgrading the robots such a way that we always try and make profit. They make it very, very simple for us to trade crypto. Before the invention of this, we are always on long. And if you see my videos trading long, we always put the next buy to be about 20% deep, 20% deep, because we feel like whenever it goes that up, there's going to be a time when it is going to dump on us. Let it buy more so that we can start afresh. We can start doing the buying and selling afresh instead of keeping us waiting. So that's that. And the topic for today, that's just a recap of what we had on Monday. So the topic for today is not going to be much. It's going to be on initial position, max position. We'll be talking about double opening. We'll be talking about smart covering. We'll be talking about cycle and single. And I don't know, do we have leverage in there? Probably if we have the time, we would add leverage to it. Now, how do you understand this? Number one on the list is the initial position. When you're talking about initial position in this case, we are talking about the first buy. For example, what you need to know is this. That is where the foundation comes in. I laugh at people when they come to me and they feel like, okay, I'm having issues. I want to liquidate. I want to this. I want to that. And they feel like I can help. But the unfortunate thing is I can't help, because the help in a trade should be at the beginning of your trade, because you need to learn how to lay your bed so that you can lie on it perfectly well. So if you have to pour water on some part of your bed, you know that you have to, avoid sleeping close to that water, on the exception of if you really, if there is enough heat that is making you to intentionally put yourself in water, and you know the kind of dream you start having. Okay, so what I'm saying in essence is this. Most of the time, people come to me, they feel, oh, Prince, you're knowledgeable, you know this, you know that, I'm having this, I'm having that, and they feel I can help. The sincere truth is I can't, because the only help I can give you should be the foundation, should be at the beginning of your trade. Immediately you start a trade, you are on your own, especially when your trade is not perfect. What do I mean? For example, I have $100 and my entire capital that I'm trading with is $1,000. So that simply means you're trading 1/10, as in the entire capital is your own capital is 1/10. That means you're trading 10x. Now, you're not having issues. You're not saying you're very close to liquidation. You are seeing warnings from the software that you're about to liquidate. And you're saying that probably your $100 on your own exchanger you're now having $10. Instead of $100 that you put into the exchanger, you're seeing $10 there. and you feel I can help. How? What do I do? Nothing. Two things I would do is to accept that loss and lose $90, or to just leave it and pray that it doesn't liquidate, or you just go and look for more money. When I mean more money, I'm not talking about you having to look for probably $20, $10. You have to look for about $50 thereabout in order to make sure you don't get liquidated. So those are the three things. There is nothing else again. If you don't trade perfectly well at the beginning and you have issues, the three things you can do is either to accept your loss, or to do what? To go in and keep praying, which I always laugh when you're praying, because this is cryptocurrency and this is crypto trading. While you're praying, some people are happy. So I don't know where God wants to stay. Is it that to, or whether you want to pray so that some people would also liquidate? That is not good enough. Because when you are struggling to avoid liquidation, some people are also happy that they are making money. That's the crypto world. When you are in that floating loss, some people are making the money. When you are liquidating, some people are also making the money. And when you are making the money, some people are either in floating loss or also losing. So when you start praying, I don't know, are you praying that some people should stop being happy? Or are you praying that people that are in floating loss generally should liquidate, or what? Because it is not favoring you now doesn't mean the market is not favorable. The market is always favoring someone at a time. No matter what you're facing, the market will always favor someone. This time that a lot of things is happening and nobody is getting liquidated, you're on floating loss, it is you not getting liquidated. Trillions of dollars are, getting liquidated day by day. So you should understand that it's not about prayer. Because who should God take side? That is my own question. It's not about, there is nothing God cannot do. I know. We just like try to be neutral, because to me, the way I see God is an equilibrium. Like, he just stay neutral. He gives you the room, he gives you the law, and if you follow the law, you excel, and if you don't, then you carry your cross. Jesus has carried the cross for us, but if you don't follow the rules, then you carry it by yourself and see how heavy it is on Jesus. Don't mind me. I'm not trying to be religious here, but I'm only trying to let you understand that it's not about praying. It's about you knowing what you're doing and accepting your fate when it comes. So the most important and the most crucial thing here is for us to understand the trading at the beginning. Now, we come back to the initial position. Now, before you understand the initial position, you should understand the trade. The first thing is, how much are you trading? Okay, this coin, this is different. Probably let me start from leverage so that we understand. Sorry. Let me start from leverage so that we can understand this. Now, leverage simply means 1x. That means, leverage simply means how many times what ratio do you want the system to borrow you money? In what ratio? For example, if it is 1x, that means you're just asking the system to borrow you at the ratio 1. So that means if you have $100, that is times 1. So the system is not borrowing you anything, you're trading perfectly well. Now, assuming you want the system to borrow you times 2 of your capital, that means ratio 2. So that simply means you'll be trading 200. Assuming you want 10x, which is ratio 10, that means you'll be trading $1,000. You understand? Assuming you also want the system to borrow you probably times 20 of your capital, so that is 20x, which is $2,000. But the ideology about these uTrading is this: you are not trading in that formula here. you're trading in the reversed formula. Now, when you're trading on your exchanger, when you're trading on your exchanger, you showcase what you have and choose your leverage. That means I have $5 and I choose my leverage. What is my leverage? My leverage is 10x. That means times 10. So I'll be trading $50. If I want to trade 20x, I'll be trading $100. That's what leverage on the platform means. But here, they make it more simple. They make it more simple. What it simply means here is this. I want to trade $100. Forget about your leverage. That is the amount you want to trade. Whether the leverage is being added or not, I want to trade $100. That's what it means here. Now, when you now add your leverage, that means you want to use 10x. 10x. That is what you want to use. That simply means you've chosen the amount you want to trade. Then you are now choosing 10x. That simply means the system will divide your 10, your 100 by 10. So that simply means the system will trade $10 for you at the beginning. You know, in the other one, you have to choose your capital and then choose your leverage. Then the system multiplies. But here, you have to choose the amount you want to trade with or without leverage. Then you now choose your leverage. Then the system will now divide the amount you want to trade by your leverage. So that simply means here, you would always trade the capital that goes away from this $100 is $10. So assuming this is 20, that means your trade would only take $5 away from your, what do we call it, from your capital. In the normal sense, on your exchanger, you're telling the exchanger to trade 5x times 20, despite the fact you have $100. If you make this 50, if you make it 50, that is why I said I can trade 50x here conveniently, but I intentionally do not want to be trading 50x because I don't want people to interpret these as you are over trading, you're this, you're that. You know, people criticize from their own experience. They don't want to understand what you're doing and they don't care. People, it is not people, we people, especially we people that are intelligent, we are very good in judging people like, no, it shouldn't be that. No, that is bad. I was in a meeting when I was being criticized. I was laughing because I know I can do that. I know who I am, you know. We intelligent people that are not wise. Don't mind me. I know I'm not wise because, you know, I keep saying something. I said the wise men are those that can see things that doesn't favor them or they don't agree with and easily accept it. They just leave you for who you are. Like, okay, he said it is morning and I know we are in evening, but let him just say it. And they don't usually have issues with people because they don't make people look inferior. So, but somebody like us that is intelligent, it is morning, you are telling me it is night. No, I want you to know because I believe you don't know. So I want to tell you. And while I'm telling you, it makes me feel bad. Like, it makes you feel bad like I'm questioning you. I've had a lot of issues when they feel like, oh, oversabi, don't mind them, now oversabi. So I understand. So what I'm saying is, I am not criticizing anyone because I know who I am. I know I can do that. So now, assuming you're trading $100 now, and you decide to choose 20x, it is going to choose $5 from you. That means your own capital is going to be $5. Then, assuming we make it $50, that simply means what we would get out of your own exchanger is just going to be $2. So that is why I said we can trade 50x. But I intentionally don't want to because even the 20x that I'm trading, people still say like, I don't know what I'm doing. And the truth is, they are right because of where they are coming from. From the exchanger, we don't choose 50x because that simply means we are saying that our money should be times 50 and we are close to liquidation. Now, Where did we get our formula from? Let's see our formula now. When we said $100 and we are trading 20x. So divide this, and this will give you what else? $5. Now, $5. That is it. So if you multiply your $5 by this 20 again, so that simply means okay. I want to get a formula that that is another thing. When you don't plan for a training, you flop. And when you just say the way it comes, don't mind me. Now, what I'm saying in essence is this: it is trading $5 for me. Yeah, it is trading $5 for me. The truth is, when yes, let me clean my. It's trading $5 for me. Now, the thing is this: it should be this dollar now. I should be able to write dollar very well. Oh my God. Now this now. Okay, we are trading $5 and we are trading 20x. But the question, the simple truth is this: when you're trading 20x, your own real capital, which is this $5, will get liquidated at how many percent dip? At 5% dip. At 5% dip, minus 5% dip. That is when you get liquidated. Minus 5% dip. That is when you get liquidated. So whenever you're trading 20x and you're trading 20x, the real capital from your own your own real capital will get liquidated at minus 5%. So that simply means that when you dip, your own capital from the exchanger would have been minus $10. Do you understand? Now, when we have minus 20% dip, your capital from the exchanger would have been minus $20. So if we continue this way and you have minus 50% dip, your entire $100 would have been gone. No, am I correct here? But what I'm trying to say is your entire $100 would be off at 100% at 50% dip, because for every 5% it takes $5 away from your trade. For every 5% it takes $5 away. So, and for 5%, that means okay, yes, it's correct, because for every 5% it takes $5 away. So, and if you multiply this by 10 and you have 50%, yes, you have 50%. $5 for one. So $5 times wrong here. There's something wrong. There's something wrong there. But what I'm only trying to say is this. Don't mind me, because I wasn't really having my I didn't prepare enough. But the truth is, if you're doing this, it simply means that you that's it. Okay, yes. Now to calculator now. I said 10. That is 20. Yeah. I get it now. Since 5, 50 divided by 5. Oh, I'm losing it before I confuse instead. But the truth is, you get that this percentage, if you're using this, because that's the calculation. But what I'm saying in essence is this: I just hope you understand what I'm saying before I start confusing you instead of convincing you. Your liquidation here, your leverage here, is determined, as in, it's just going to be divided by the amount you choose to trade here. To trade here, it will be divided by the leverage in order to exchanger. It will be the amount you want to trade with times the leverage you choose. So it is two different things. So if I choose to trade $100 and I come here to choose 1x, to choose 20x, to choose 10x, to choose 5x, to choose 50x, it will still trade the $100 for me. The only thing is the ratio of my own capital that it is going to trade for me is what will be different. You know, I wanted to take you, I'm confusing things instead of convincing things. At this point, I want do we have questions relating to these, and do we have question relating to this, and do we have corrections on these? Let me hear you before we move further. Okay. 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 Mute and ask, and a kind of before we move further. And to my powerful leader that is saying that I should just move forward. Well, like my powerful leader said, Oba said, I'm training now. So, and that is my way of training. And if this is not good, well, you decide. I'm the teacher here. I will decide the way I want to teach you. So if you don't like my class, then you decide. I'm sorry, but that's the bitter truth. I just have to do it this way because this is how I know how to do it this way. You think I'm laughing? I'm just stabilizing myself, and that's just all. If you don't understand, it's a way of stabilizing yourself. It's the way of do you think it's easy to talk to yourself alone inside a room? Okay, let's talk business. Let's move on, and let's ask questions. Do we really have questions? Do we have questions? Let's ask questions concerning where we are right now so that we can move on. I must have paid a huge amount for him to become. We have questions. Am I still audible? Because I know if we should have questions now concerning this. Let's move on. Am I still audible? Am I still audible? Okay, ma. Okay, okay. So that simply means we don't have questions right now. So we move ahead. Let's follow Sam's instruction. We move. Okay, now that you understand what the leverage is, that simply means here we are free to put in what we want. And when we come here, we said this is initial position simply means assuming I have $100 to trade. That is the amount.
Prince? Hello? Prince Kasali, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you very well.
All right. I think Glory is that. Let me confirm her name is correct. Yes. She has a question to ask.
Okay.
She has written it anyway.
Okay. Now, when it comes to the quarter, okay, let's go there. Let's just go there. Let's go there. And before, yeah, I think it's the take profit. Okay. What this is telling entire amount plus the leverage, the entire amount you're trading with plus the leverage. That is why I said we need to design ourselves. If I have $100 that I want to trade, then the question is, what is the ratio at which I want to trade in the market? Is it $200? That means 2x of my capital first. In the exchanger, we only choose the amount we want to trade and choose our leverage. But here, we would have done our math and know that what is the total amount I want to trade plus the leverage. you would have done that. I've done the maths before. Now, like, okay, let me trade 2x. You understand? That means I want to trade $200. That is 2 times my capital. Or probably you want to trade 5 times your capital, which I don't advise. So you want to trade 2 times. This is what we used to trade, and the maximum you can think of is to trade 3 times, because if you trade 3 times your capital, you're getting liquidated at minus 33.3 percent. So, and coins can drop to that, but you know, it takes a while. But it is very difficult to see coins. I mean, real tokens, real coins, not tokens, real coins dropping to minus 50%. So that simply means you want to trade minus, minus, as in you want to trade times 2 of your capital. But even though you're trading times 2 of your capital, you can decide to know, like, okay, I have $100. I want to trade times 2, which is $200. Now, this $200, how much, as in how many coins do I want to trade? You can decide to trade $50, 4 coins, times 4 coins. You can decide to trade, probably you want to trade, say $100 times 2 coins, or you want to trade what we call $70 3 coins, because, or 60 something dollars, it will be about $68 or thereabout, 3 coins. So you can decide that whatever you want to trade, but each one of it has its consequence. If you're trading 4 coins, it simply means you'll be in a lot of coins, and probably if there is a special coin doing good, you have the probability of having of taking part in that coin, because the more coins you take, the more probability that you have a special coin that is doing well at that time. So that's one. And if you're trading 2 coins, it simply means you have more access to buy more in the day. For example, if you're trading 1 coin, $50 each, there are a lot of coins that will not even allow you to trade $50, because this is not times your leverage. This is after your leverage. So even if you're putting leverage in this, it is going to be divided by this. For example, you're putting leverage in this $50, you're putting 20x leverage. That simply means it is 50 divided by 20 that will determine your real capital in the market. Now, that simply means you'll not be able to manipulate the coins very well, and there are a lot of coins that does not or will not allow you to do $50 trade. So probably the few coins that you will be choosing will not even allow you to buy more in the deal. And even if you're buying more, you cannot buy more than once in the deal. So if you're doing this, that simply means you either accept, if it goes deep, let it come back whenever it loves to, and want to try, and even if it can buy one more, that means it has to go and buy it very deep, not less than 5% deep. That is why our trades cannot be the same. If you're doing $100, you can still look for coins that will trade for you at that can allow you to buy 3 times. Coins like Solana might not even allow you to buy once, talk less of buying twice or 3 times. But at least you can see coins that will help you buy 3 times, as in more in the deep. And when you're trading $70 per coin also, you can still see that would help you to buy twice. So it depends on the amount you are having, the numbers of coins. All these things have their merits and demerits. So it is not for you to understand which of the merits and the demerits you love to. For example, what risk do you want to take? Do I prefer to buy more coins, or do I prefer not to be seeing much of floating loss? Which one do you prefer? Now, whatever you choose, you've decided that you're going to trade 200. You're going to trade $200 dollars, but you have $100. So after you have purchased the maximum order, that means after you purchase all, what you'll be seeing here will be 200. So the math here is this: when you come here and you realize that this is more than times 2 of your capital, you should know that this minus 50% dip that we feel is a safe ground for us as shifts. So probably you're not there. This particular trade right now is almost close to times 3. And the reason I said it in one of my videos is this: this was meant to be $2,000 and it was $2,000 because this capital is around $1,000. So this should be $2,000. But when the dip really came, and I was seeing figures, I was seeing minus 20%, minus 25%, and I knew that, well, I can liquidate with this, but I knew that it was the dip. So I thought the dip will be very fast over, and I bought more in the dip in order to bring my percentage down. In order to bring my percentage down. You understand? In order to bring my percentage down, I repeat that. And when I did that, we are still playing around in the dip. And that is what I told you about long. We are at here and it is still playing around. Instead of it to come back here, it's not coming back here. It's still playing inside the dip. So I'm still playing inside the dip. That is why I'm saying this. But I knew that that is the deepest we should be having. So it should be playing around. And I knew that I have shifted my liquidation system now. So instead of me to be liquidating at minus 50% deep, I will probably be liquidating at around 30% deep. Around 30% deep, because it is not up to times 3, but at least it is close to times 3. So I'll be liquidating at around minus 30% deep. But I knew that I have been in the deepest. So I'm not expecting the reputation of the deep. For example, my coin came from 1 minus 1%, and I found myself at minus 25%. I'm not expecting another minus 25%. So if I'm not expecting that, I'm not expecting this to liquidate. But it gives you heart attack when you realize that your coin is halfway, your capital is halfway. Around this time, let me just show you. Let me show you the assets. Let me show you the assets. Okay, this is $894, and already it is $482 remaining as available price. So that simply means that it is almost half done. You understand? That simply means it's almost half done. That means half of 890, let's call this 900, should be $450. So $450 now. If this is $450, I'm still very safe, because I know it is $450 after it has gone this deep. But the problem about a lot of people is when they are trading, they are having $450 remaining in the capital when the market is just about 10% deep, minus 10% deep, and they're already having minus 450. So that simply means if the market goes another minus 10% deep, they're going to get liquidated. But here, I'm having about $450 when I had gone, the market had gone almost more than 20% deep. So I'm very safe because I'm not expecting the market to go another 20% deep. It's just a permutation. It is not something that cannot happen. It's just a risk level. It can happen. But we are not expecting it at this time when we expect bull run. So it's just something, it's just a fundamental analysis that, okay, it will always go at this stage, at this year, and so on. So we are playing with the fundamentals now. But the problem is, you must not get to this level at the beginning. And let me shock you. Assuming you stick by the rules, assuming you don't bend the rules like the way I'm bending the rules right now, even at this percentage dip, you should just be having probably $250 floating loss. You should just be having $250 floating loss, because even at this dip, you're not expected to go up to 1/3. You're expected to be 1/4. So assuming you're trading $100 and you stay by the rules, you should be having about $75 now, or maximum of $70 if you stayed by the rules. I stood by the rules, but I went ahead and buy more in the dip, just because I just want to get out of the dip faster, and I thought we are at the peak and we are moving forward. But this has been done for more than 5 days now. And that is why I said, if you're trading long, permanently long, you need to understand that you need to prepare for this ahead, not when it is in the dip, not you taking, changing your formula. I knew the formula I wanted to play at the beginning, and that's the bitter truth. I'm telling you this. My formula was to be 33%, 33.3% dip. That's my formula because of my risk level. But I knew that this formula would take me to something else. It will take me to something else, and that's the bitter truth. It will take me to something else. So I decided to play by the rules of 50% dip. Then the remaining that I was meant to play, that simply means if I have $1,000, I want to trade $3,000, which is 30% dip, I get liquidated. An average, 30% dip average, I get liquidated. But because I know markets will get there, whether I like it or not, markets will always do a retracement and, put me in a mess. So I decided to trade $2,000. I decide to trade $2,000 and I leave it at minus 50% dip. That remaining $1,000, I went to go and spend it, because I know it has gotten to its peak and it's not going again. But that doesn't mean I'm telling you to do that. It is better to be safe than to hurry and get yourself messed up. So that is all about that side. That side is all about, okay, it's just telling you your amount that you're trading with. It's telling you what you're trading with. And immediately you see this, you know your risk level, because you know what your capital is. I'm trading $1,000 on average, and this is going times 3. So that simply means at this time I am at minus 33% deep liquidation setting. So this should be $2,000. It should be $2,000, and that simply means I'll be trading 50% liquidation setting. So whenever you come here, try and check what it is. You just use your capital to divide what you have here, then you know the kind of settings you are at that time. But you don't even need it, because I don't really pay attention to this. Why? Because I already know what I'm trading at the beginning. So it should never have come here. I don't even need this, because it is something I had planned from the one of my trade. So I know what will be here. It is none of my concern. I just noticed this not up to 2 weeks. I just noticed it because it's none of my concern, because already I know what I want to do at the beginning. So my trade, I understand it. I understand what my entire capital is, and I know what I am doing. So it is purely mathematics. That is why it is quantum analysis. It is mathematical analysis. I think I solved that. Do we move on, or do we have more to that? Okay, so it means, okay, display is $100, okay. If I buy $50, you guys, if you buy, are you not in already? I don't understand. This question is not meant for me. I don't understand this question. I expected us to all be members here, and we are talking to members.
Prince.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, we are almost there, so let's just rush the remaining. Okay, we have trades, then we have this. So now that you know that, what I'm saying now is this: you plan to trade 100, your capital is $100, you plan to trade times 2, and you have $200, and you've decided how many coins you want to trade. So probably I want to trade 2 coins. So that simply means $100 will be per coin. So $100 I choose the first coin, $100 I choose the second coin. And please know the coins you're choosing. We've talked about that in our last meeting. Make sure the coins you're choosing is something that choose a coin that is stable, a coin that will not put you in mess, a coin that does not dump, a coin that has value, especially when you're trading 2 coins, 3 coins, $100 capital. But if you're trading, 1,000 plus thousands of dollars, then you can add maybe 2 or 3 coins that, when they go very deep against you, others will cover up because it's an average. When we are talking about liquidation now, we are talking about addition of all those deep divided by the numbers of coins you're trading. Let me take that again. If you're talking about liquidation, it is not per coin. It is an average of all your coins. So some coins might probably be doing 5%, while some are 50% deep, while some are 80% deep, and you get liquidated. So it is average. That means you add all the percentage together, you divide by the numbers of coins you're trading. That will determine your loss. That will determine if you have gotten to your climax. So we are trading 2 coins, and you choose your coins, right? You choose coins that has meaning, coins that has protocols. Layer 1 coins majorly, like you can trade dots, you can trade matic and so on in that category. Just come to the favor or go to the altcoins and trade them. Now we move. You've decided to trade $100 per coin. So let's talk about the $100 you want to trade. The question now is, how many times, what is the division of these coins? How many times do you, because if you want to trade $100 per coin and you decide to buy $100, initial position means the first you buy, and the max position means the total of what you're buying. You understand? And when I said something like some coins you cannot trade them with low capital. Look at the initial position here. The least you can buy here is $121 on I think we are on BTC right now. So $121 is the least you can buy. So if you're doing you have to know what you're doing. You cannot trade this coin by putting $100 into this, because you'll not even be able to buy the dip. So that means you are just going to buy once. So people who will be trading these coins are people who want to trade probably $300, $400 per coin, or $500 per coin. You understand? So that's one of the trading one of the things I was talking about when choosing the amount of coins you want to trade. Now, the next thing is $100. How many times do you want to trade? How do you want this to trade? For example, you want to trade it 2 times. That means you want to buy the dip once. So probably you are buying the first one at $40, the initial one. That is what it will buy for you at the beginning. Then probably you are putting it at 1.2 or 1.3% buy more. So that simply means the second time it's going to buy $60. Now the question here is this. Assuming it does not go deep, it will be buying and selling $40 for you. And assuming you're choosing 1% take profit, that simply means that you will just be getting $0.4 every time it is selling. You only get $1 per trade when it has gone down and it has purchased the remaining $60. I think that is clear. So the advantage and disadvantage here is this. You might decide to buy $100 at once. That simply means when it is selling for you, it is going to be selling at $100 profit. If your take profit is 1%, you just be getting your $1 and you'll be happy. You'll be very, very happy that you're getting your $1. But immediately there is a dip, like what we are facing now, you'll just be there hanging for life. And note, you've traded your entire $100 for that coin. So if the dip now comes in and you try to buy more and the dip only deceived you, For example, whether you have a percentage of 20% dip and you don't know that it is still going to 30% dip, and you went and buy more in order to replenish it, you just realize that you get liquidated when it continues the dip. One problem about the dip is we don't even know the time to buy more or to just watch, because the dip will always get deeper at its own pace, and it might decide not to get deeper and come up. So whether you have your technical analysis or not, that is not a factor here. The dip, human being will do whatever they know how to do, and the interpretation of majority will determine what the market will do. That means, for example, a lot of us start thinking like, oh, that is a dip, this is a dip, let us go and buy, and we all rush in and buy. Then we know that the direction will change and it will go up. But a lot of people are thinking, this is the dip, it's still going to get deeper. Let me remove my money from the market so that I don't get, I do my stop loss. So let me stop the loss, and everybody starts stopping loss. Then what happens? The market still keep going deeper. So that's the advantage and the disadvantage. But here also, when you decide to buy, more, like you decide to buy $40, that simply means if there is no dip, you will be earning very little. But when the dip gets in, you earn more, and at the same time, you get out of the dip faster. So now you can also decide that instead of me buying for 40 and buying, this is my $100 that I want to trade, I want to buy twice in the dip. So probably you're buying $20 at the beginning. The next trade, probably you want to buy, let's say $30. Then the next one, probably you're buying how much will complete this? $50. So that simply means you're trading $20 at the beginning. And if this materializes and there is no dip, it keeps materializing, then that simply means you will be trading, you'll be getting just 0.2%. And that is why some people will complain that my money is little. And how can I put $1,000 and every day I'm just getting probably a max of $2? It's not making sense. That is because most of the time we are not only preparing for you to buy instantly, we are preparing for the dip in all our markets. So when it now gets to this place, the settings, which we'll be talking about in our next, the parameters in our next meeting, it buys more. That simply means you now have $50 in the market. And you're not only having $50 in the market, you're closing the gap at which you should have waited for the market to reach before you buy more. Before you sell, I mean. And assuming the market even went even faster, it went fast as in deeper, I mean, and it went ahead and buy more. So that simply means in this trade, you will see that you have $100. You see that you have $100. And when you now have the $100, that simply means you've reduced the percentage at which you should wait, and at the same time, you have more money in the market. I will now tell you the reason why you see something in the testimonies you're seeing around. You will see somebody earning $2, $3, and just one day, the person just earned $40. That simply means that this person had gathered enough. When he was earning $2, $1, 0 point something dollars, that was because probably maybe one or two of his coins was the only one selling. Others were in the dip. And others that were in the dip had reached their limit order. That means has purchased all it needs to purchase and is having a lot of huge money in that dip. So that simply means when those coins now sell, you now see that person earning $40. And the next question is, how much are you trading with? It's a make I don't laugh. But this is not the right question. This is just for you to understand what you're doing with your own capital and realize what will happen. If this happens, this is what will happen. So now, the factor now is, what is your own decision? Do you prefer to eat your cake at the top? And because you're safe, you only get liquidated at minus 50%, which we are not expecting any reasonable coin that you're trading, if you're trading any reasonable coin at all. And that is why I avoid all those names that I don't even understand their protocols. So when you're trading the right coin, you're not even expecting to get there. Now, do you want to eat your cake at once? You want to be trading with your entire $100 per coin and get your profits and wait whenever it goes deep and just wait and know that that is my holiday period? Or do you want to earn little at the beginning and want to at least make sure you have consistent earnings? For example, I earn 20 cents today because probably $20 is what is trading for me at the beginning and per coin, and tomorrow it goes deep and came back again. I earn probably 50 cents, and maybe I have an holiday of probably a day, and the next day and all my coins have been purchased and I have my entire $1. Excuse me. So it now depends on you. So that is why we need to understand what we are doing. Some people will ask me, you choose 3 buys. That means just a brief here. Oh, my hand is I'm having a wet hand. So okay, the maximum order. Some people will like, I choose 2 maximum order here, I choose 3 here, I choose 4 here. It depends on you. What are you trading per coin will determine. If you're trading $50 per coin, you're not even expected. The max you will do is to see how you can manipulate and get some very, very funny coins that you can do maximum order of 2. Only will you even see a coin that you can buy. For example, you can see Bitcoin, you cannot buy it because the least you can buy with your leverage and everything is 100 and something. So you can still see a coin you can buy, but only will you see a coin that you can give you 2 maximum order. $100 per coin, I can still see my own coins that I'll choose that I'll buy 3. If I'm trading $150, I can decide to buy 4 per coin. I can decide to buy 4. So all these will be determined by the numbers of coins you want to trade and the amount you want to trade by each coin. So, and this will be determined by how much do I really want to, how much do I want to trade at the initial position? Then how much deep do I want to cover? So these are factors that enter each other before you can decide that this is my trading system. Now, let's rush the remaining. Okay, I think we started almost 10 minutes after 5, and this is 17 minutes after 5. We have an hour in already. So we have time for questions. Let's rush this. So I think that is done. And when we talk about double opening, I don't usually use double opening. And the reason is this: I have my calculations. What double opening simply means is that after your calculation, you're telling the system to trade times 2 of this initial capital, initial position. Whatever is in the initial position, you trade times 2. So for example, here you have $120, then you will be trading times 2 of these in your first buy. And the reason why I don't usually do that is I have this 1.2 buy more, 1.2% buy, 1.2% buy. That simply means if you multiply this by 2 and you are now saying it should buy 1.2, it will buy 1.2 of these. And when it purchases 1.2 of these, the minus, the negative sign will not go down very well. It will not go down very well because when you buy 1, that simply means assuming you have minus 5%, it will go to minus 2.5%. So when you buy 2 of these, let me use a better, something that would give me a better calculation. Assuming you have minus 6% and you buy 1, that simply means this will go to minus 3%. Assuming you now buy 2, that simply means it will go to minus 2%. But here already you have $121, and most of the time we set, because of our capital that is not much, we always set it to 1.2. So that simply means it will buy 1.2 of this. That means it will buy probably $150, and you have multiplied this by 2. So that simply means the percentage will not be reasonable. It will not really take up to what you want. You don't want it. You want it to at least half whatever is in the market. I am trading 1%. I'm trading, it is minus 2%. I want it to be minus 1%. So it doesn't really affect it. So instead of me to trade double, I will have max inside this trade and what's my max position. So I don't usually do that. But that doesn't mean it is not good if you know what you're doing, your calculations and everything. Then smart covering. Smart covering is simple. What it says is this. It's simple. You decide to do, okay, when it goes minus 1%, buy more. When it goes another minus 3%, buy more. I think a lot of people are familiar with this. Okay, so what it simply means is when it gets to minus 1%, it will not buy instantly. It will wait and let it go deep and deep and deep and deep and deep. And when there is a traces of it coming back, when there is an indicator that it is coming back, then it will not buy one. It will not buy more of what you asked it to buy. And what does that mean? It simply means it might even get to minus 5% before it buys that. You understand? Then it will now note this one and also buy more at the next, go back. Like when it goes deep and deep and deep, then it will now buy more again. So that's that. And the advantage and disadvantage is this. If you are the one that loves to add more money into the market fast so that you can sell it off and make good profit, you might not be buying more on time in the market. So that simply means it might not be gathering your money together fast. But if you're the type that is always looking out to get out of the dip faster, if you're always planning more for the dip, then it doesn't just buy prematurely, it buys when there is a need to buy. But if you are the one that says, oh, I beg, this thing we don't know, say, you know, go past 50%. If you go 10%, buy me. If you go another 10%, buy me. So you can decide not to put it on. So all these things depends on you and depends on what exactly you love to do with it. It's these parameters, you need to understand them as a member. So that's that. Then I think you know what cycle and single is. Cycle simply means you allow the system to keep buying and buying and buying. When it sells, it buys. It sells, it buys. And this is enough reason to tell you that what is called manual trading is automated trading because it will keep trading for you automatically. So far you understand the settings and you've set it. Then when we come to single, it simply means it is just single. You just trade once. That simply means probably you have a signal, whether you get it from the system and whether you get it from the system or you're just trading it by yourself, or you get it somewhere else, or you're good in technical analysis, you can just use single. And one other thing I just want us, I want to check the signals. I want to tell you something about the signals also. Please, I told you, signals are based on technical analysis. And I keep saying this, technical analysis, if it had been perfect, if technical analysis had been perfect, there won't even be invention of this robot because some people would have taken off the system. And if there is this robot, there will not be this quantitative analysis in it. It will just be a robot that helps us to just pick our trade with technical analysis without any setting. But there is always human factor that affects the system. Human fear affects the system. Whatever people are doing affects the system. And it does not matter. It's not about numbers. It's about the quantity or the quality of the people that are, doing the effect. That is why we call some people whale. 1 million people, just one person can have their money in the market and decide whatever he wants and shake the whole market. So 1 billion people, one person can just have their whole entire money and just shake the market. So that is why sometimes it's not really about the crowd, it's about the effect. What is the quality of money that is coming into the market and what's the quality of money that is going out of the market? And technical analysis cannot do that. I can decide if I have that billions of dollars to wake up one morning and shake the whole market. No technical analysis cannot do that, cannot stop me from doing it or not doing it. Wake up one morning and just put one every morning in the market, and before you know it, in the evening, I remove my money. Technical analysis cannot do that. So what am I saying in essence is this. This system is trading along with technical analysis, and technical analysis is not all. That is why we need to understand these parameters. And now, coming back here, so far, we know that technical analysis do not affect that market. I don't encourage you trading these coins. I don't even know the name. Okay, you can trade this, you can trade this. I don't even know this name. So when I don't even know the name, I hardly trade it. I think this could be traded like Bebe in Yoruba. You say Bebe, like you can just trade it sharp. So what am I saying is know the coins you'll be trading even when you get the signals, because those you need to trade every coins that people don't just remove their money from. All these shit coins, somebody can just wake up and do that. But all these traditional coins that have been in market for long, they have enough liquidity that would affect, that would at least not make them dumb. But all those ones that you're talking about don't even have that strong liquidity. So that is the reason why you should avoid, not trade all signals. I've seen a lot of people like, oh, I trade the signals and it comes from uTrading. Yes, because that is what technical analysis is saying. That is what past event is saying. The indicators are putting it right. But human being can decide to do whatever he wants to do. So one rich guru, one whale will just do one thing there, put money or remove money, and disturb the entire market and flop the whole market. So far you know that can happen. Number one is you avoid coins that does not have weight. And number two is you make your parameters right. I think I'm true for today. And okay, who is at home? Do I still have my powerful madam in the house, Cash Queen? Are you still in? And what do you have to tell me?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, ma. Anything to add to this?
You're doing great. You're doing great. However, you always go advance when you teach as a teacher. Yeah. So I'd like to ask our partners here, guys. This Zoom is for members actually, and the truth is, we want every partner to understand this business, to understand the back end of this business. So I would like to ask, if you understand, okay, all of the technical Prince has taught us at the moment, okay, you understand it, it is easy to do yourself, because truly there are different strategies to trade. There is, just like the same way we say there is no one road to market, okay, so there is no one way to how you can trade. If you understand it perfectly, kindly drop in the chat box yes. If you don't, kindly type no, I need more explanation. All right, so let's quickly see that. Let's see if we are all doing well, if the presentation made sense to us. Let's see. Okay, if there is none, it simply means Prince, you have done a good job. I was thinking in my mind that some of us may not, okay, understand how to do the calculations. But as you can see, nobody is saying no. That means we are good to go. So I appreciate you, Prince. Let's move on. Well done. All right, the mic is all yours at the moment.
Okay, thank you very much, man. And I still have another leader in the house. I have I cite him. Can I hear your voice,
okay,
sir?
I think we have a question. After you're done, we'll take this question.
Okay. Oba, please, let me hear you, sir. How do you feel? What do you want to add to us?
Well, my leader, super leader, a coach, a mentor, a teacher, I think I'm audible. You have actually
Yes,
done
very audible, very good, sir.
to Alex. I want to believe that you cannot just understand it all in a day. It's a gradual process. I believe every one of us have actually learned one thing or the other as far as trading on these boats is concerned. So, like what my leader actually said, he assumed every one of us in this call understands what that was so far in the course of this Zoom. Well, I don't have to say, but I believe we have caught one or two things in the course of your teaching. And in the subsequent Zoom, I believe you're going to understand better. Thank you, and that is just all I have to add to it now. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Super in the house. I want about my Zoom meetings. I understand. I don't even know the detailed trends.
Your network is breaking. Can you hear me? He's been kicked out. He has a bad network. All right, guys, I hope I'm audible. If I'm audible, sort out, can you type yes? If I am audible, before Prince joins us, he's been kicked out, his network is bad. Sort out, are you there? Can I see a yes? Okay, thank you. I appreciate Glory and sort out. Thank you. All right. Let's quickly take the questions here before Prince joins us. Okay, yes, I think so. He has done a good job. Thank you, Glory. Jojo Kafo, I need more explanation. What area exactly, Okafo? Quickly type that, or rather, let me can you unmute and ask, because I mean, this is why we are here, and no question is foolish, no question is stupid. The way you understand it, kindly ask, and then we'll do justice to the question. Thank you. Can you unmute and ask? Thank you, Abel.
Okay, thank you very much, Maya. And I'm sorry, like I said, I don't know why my Wi-Fi is not connecting to my phone. I think I'm audible. I think I'm back.
Yes, you
Hello?
are audible.
Okay. So, and the network here is a little bit funny. Now, like I said, that is why I said this is strictly for members, and I know we don't have to do all this, but the most important thing is the Yorubas will say is that the culture that you don't teach your children would one way or the other fade off. What I'm trying to say is we can always come and tell you these are the parameters, and we have done that in a lot of videos, and there are a lot of Zooms that is telling us that just do these parameters and you're cool. But at the same time, we want to grow leaders in this business, and that is why I take it as a challenge to make us really understand what we are doing. So this is not a baby class. This is a master class, and to be sincere, this is a class that you should pay for. Because this is a serious master class. It is something that makes you understand the in and out of the entire system, the parameters. If you're typing A, you should know why you're doing A. If you're typing B, you should know why you're typing B. And that's what the class is all about. But if I know this is not for everyone, because at least this scares some people. This will scare some people, I know. And I know that. So please, it doesn't have to be this difficult. Let me clear this. Two things. Number one is you can always do your auto trade. Get it right. You can also do your auto trade. That means just tell the system to trade for you. Number two is that you can always just get our parameters. I have team members here that I have even come on Zoom with and just give them, we have type this, type that, type this, type that. Okay, make this, make that. Within 20 minutes maximum, we are through and their trade is on, and it will be on for till they decide to add more money or try to change their settings to suit the new capital, because you know your capital keeps growing per day. Your $100, $1,000 will just keep growing per day, and you just want to adjust your new capital to your trade. For example, if you're trading 100 and it's now $150, you want to put your settings to $150 instead of the $100. So that is the only reason why you need to even go back. Or probably you feel like, oh, I want to change my coin. So that's the only reason why you need to go back. But this class is for people who really want to have more knowledge, because I said this is a career. This is not just a sentence, it's a career. It is something we need to understand to details. And we need at least few people to understand this and keep duplicating this till we all understand and stay by it. When we don't understand something, we complain when we have issues. But when we understand it, we'll understand why it is doing that. We either just let it be or try and adjust it to another settings. So thank you very much for that. Position.
You are breaking once again.
Sorry, am I back?
Still breaking. We lost you.
I'm here.
No, your network.
Am I back? Am I back?
Okay, yes, you are.
Okay. Like I said, this initial position calculation, we didn't really do any calculation here. We only did illustration. And what I'm saying in essence is this: the calculation will be on the max order. That is where we would have to calculate, and I think that will be on Monday. We'll probably be coming back this same time on Monday to do calculations of the max order. That is where the calculation is. What we are only saying at the initial position is just to let you understand what initial position is, what max position is, and the effects of each one of it. That means, why do I need to buy all my coins at once? Or why do I need to create space and buy it in multiple times? That was what we are doing there. It was just an illustration. It wasn't a calculation. The calculation is in the max order. I think, am I still audible, ma?
Yes.
Okay, ma. So I think we sorted that, I guess. And if you have any question, please drop and let's answer it so that we move. I always love the meeting to be max an hour in presentation and probably just take 20 to 30 minutes questions so that we just call it a day. So do we have questions? You can unmute yourself and just ask your questions. And if not, you can just write it also. And in the next 1 minute, if you are not having anything, it simply means. I want you to also understand one thing. Like Madam Cash Queen said, he said, there is no foolish question, just ask your question. This is a master class, it's a matured class. Don't feel shy to ask your questions, because those you are English don't start again. those who are making you feel ashamed of yourself, or those you don't want to embarrass yourself in front, are also not even asking questions because they feel that you will also they also feel embarrassed when they ask their own questions. So this is a master class, and most of us do not even understand this. We are learning in the game. So please ask your question. And probably who sabi yourself? It's ID. It's because some of us are using our names that we use normally. That is why we sabi each other. Not everybody sabi who they here. So please ask your question. I've dropped my question. Please kindly answer it. I think what question? I am not seeing any question here. Probably you drop it when I was off, and I don't know. Okay.
The question
Okay,
someone is referring
your
to.
question is not for this group. Your question is
Exactly.
not for this meeting. Because you are not even meant to be in this meeting.
So kindly join
You're not meant to be in
our
this
business
meeting.
presentation. That's where we take that question. This
This is
Zoom is strictly for members, active members.
it is matured meeting, not people coming in. It is matured meeting, people who don't dey inside business. So take it one step at a time. Attend the real meeting. This is not the meeting for you. I think we don't have questions again, so we want to call it a day, I guess. Okay, I'm already in the system, and if you're in the system, you shouldn't be asking about $15 gas fee, $50 subscription. You should know that. You should have signed up, and if you have somebody that wants to sign up, go and meet the person that puts you in also, and ask that question from your upline if you don't know. Because I feel if you are a member, you should know or have answer to this. So please, this is not the meeting for that. Thank you very much. God bless everybody. Yes, ma'am.
Prince, let me also add there. You see, sometimes we have prospects in such meetings. It is actually not their fault. Why? Because our partners usually share the link, with them, and they join.
Mm-hmm.
So partners, please, we have different Zooms for different purposes, for technical and then for our partners, or our prospects. So when it is Zoom link for technical, let's not share it with our prospects. Now, when a prospect joins a technical Zoom and he asks such a question and it's not attended to, they feel bad. So please, let's not do that. Let's try and only share such link with members, active members that are already in the system. Because from the back end, you that is in the system, you already know everything they are showing us today. I mean, Prince has showed us today. Because we have an account, we are already trading. A novice, a newbie does not even understand what is happening. And that's why you see this question. Kindly, Samuel, join us on our next business Zoom, where we teach all you need to know about the system, and then you ask your questions. It shall be responded to accordingly. Apologies. Okay, I know it wasn't your fault. If you hadn't seen the link, you would not have joined the Zoom. So kindly, we appreciate you join our next business presentation. Thank you. Prince, the mic is all yours.
Thank you very much, Ma. And at this junction, I hope I have not confused or whatever. Okay, I think the meeting is over since we don't have questions, and I think you would go through this again, and for you to at least study it over and over again to understand better. Thank you very much for everyone that joined. Please, if you have your members that still feel stagnant in the system, that still feel like, oh, I need to learn more about this, I want to know how this works and so on, join us same time on Monday, 5 p.m. Nigerian time on Monday, and we'll be doing justice to more of the parameters in terms of the max buy, the take profit, and so on. We'll be talking more about that. So thank you very much. I want everyone to unmute themselves and say bye. Come on now, tell me bye now.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah, bye. Yeah, bye. Yeah, bye.
Yeah,
Okay,
bye.
thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you very much.
Have a wonderful
Have
night.
a wonderful night.